Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I regret to inform you, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we have an upset tonight when it comes to women's college basketball. Guys, I did not see this coming. First of all, I know who the NC State, the Greyhounds, let me see, not the Greyhounds, I'm sorry, the Wolfpack was, okay? I don't really pay attention to them. Okay, Janiah Rivers, shout out to her. She was in the building supporting her old collegiate team. If you guys don't know, guys, Janiah Rivers was drafted just this past 2025 WNBA season to the Connecticut Sun. She graduated, okay, after playing for the NC, North Carolina State, the Wolf Pack, okay? I did not think that Tennessee would lose to them. But of course, that's what makes it an upset because North Carolina is ranked further below Tennessee. Just slightly, okay? Now, Tennessee is ranked number 8, okay, when it comes to the women's collegiate level basketball ranking, whereas NC State, okay, the Wolf Gang, they are ranked number 9, okay? I'm sure probably after tonight, that has switched. They have switched roles. Now, North Carolina is now ranked number 8, whereas Tennessee is ranked number 9. Now, I also find it disheartening and a little bit ironic and possibly a little bit funny that the the Lady Vols lost in their debut of the season after they dismissed freaking Ruby Whitehorn. Okay, she was a pretty good point guard. She was consistent, if not anything else. Okay, she was a 6-foot point guard right out of Detroit. Okay, she hails from Detroit, Michigan. She had on average she was giving us last season for Tennessee 11.6 points per game. Could she have been needed in tonight's game? Yes. She would have been necessary. Ruby Whitehorn would have been very necessary. Again, I'm still heartbroken. I'm still so disappointed in her. And also I don't want to say on the school, but I feel like they should give her another chance. But then again, it's that was her other chance. First, she done messed up back in August, getting that DV charge and that DV case she had to beat. And then on top of that, you come clean from that. You plead guilty. You do your anger management classes. You act like you got some sense. And then after an exhibition game where you went off on Columbus State, the game concluded with Tennessee having 148 points compared to Columbus State just 48 points. And now you're going to get caught with some of that stuff on you. She got caught with possession. She was charged with possession, allegedly. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe somebody set her up. Somebody didn't set up Ruby. I don't know if they looked through her locker. They went through her gym bag, her shorts, her basketball shorts. They found some substances on her. But it cost her Tennessee State University career. And it's something tells me deep down inside it could be just wishful thinking. If Ruby Whitehorn was playing in tonight's game, NC State wouldn't have did them like that. They wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have beat Tennessee. Again, guys, tonight's game concluded with the NC State Wolfpack, okay, Wolf Gang, I keep wanting to call them Wolf Gang, the Wolfpack on top, okay, by just 3 points. Okay, they made 80 points, whereas Tennessee had 77 points. Also, guys, for the first time ever in Tennessee women's collegiate level basketball history, we saw the debut of the twins. Okay, yes, Mia and Maya. Shout out to them. I believe you pronounce their last name as Pauldo. Mia and Maya Pauldo, guys, they are just freshmen, okay, out there hooping. Little thing, just a little thing. She 5'6", one with the little twist, the little braids. Her other twin sister, I believe that's Maya. Mia is the one with the twist. Maya was the one that was mainly on the bench. She was coming up and off, from time to time. But the Maya, I believe, is the one with the puff, and Mia had the one with the twist, okay? Little. Okay, but she was getting to the paint. She was not intimidated. She was giving us threes, okay, when needed. But overall, again, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later when it breaks down the stats. The 3-point shooting from the freaking Tennessee Lady Vols tonight was atrocious. In the first quarter, the Volunteers had 24 points. The Wolfpack was in front by just 1 point. They had 25 points. The second quarter comes around. The Volunteers scored 20 points. Wolfpack scored 15. In the third quarter, the Volunteers scored 18 points. Wolfpack scored 23. And in the fourth and final quarter, the Volunteers scored 15 points, whereas Wolfpack put up 17. Also, guys, we saw Janiah Barker in tonight's game for Tennessee actually make her debut for Tennessee, okay? Remember, I believe this is her third, perhaps maybe even her fourth team. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know she's from Tampa, Florida. I believe at first she played for a Florida team. Then she went to Texas A&M. Then last season, she was with the UCLA Bruins. And then now, again, of course, now, obviously, she's now with Tennessee again. She did pretty good. I want to say overall, she had good energy. She had good endurance and stamina. But, again, the 3-point shots, bricking everything in front of y'all, it was getting ridiculous. So let's talk about the individual player statistics, starting with the Tennessee, okay, Lady Volunteers. So when it comes to Talasia Cooper, she had 23 points. Janiah Barker had 25 points. Mia Pauldo had 10 points. Nia Robertson had 7 points. Z Spearman had 3 points. Jada Civil had 13 points. Alyssa Latham had 4 points. And Denia Prawl had 2 points. When it comes to the North Carolina Wolfpack, Camille Pierre had 21 points. Tilda Trigger, she had 19 points. Zamaria Jones had 18 points. Zoe Brooks, again, I might have to pay attention to Zoe Brooks. Brooks was doing her thing, okay? She was very aggressive, very good defensively and offensively. She had 13 points. Cadence Samuels, guys. She had 5 points now. A little background. I'm not even trying to be messy. The girls is calling Cadence Samuels, aka R. Shelley. Okay, they said, like, allegedly she had some things going on when she used to play for UConn just last season, just this past season. Yes, Cadence Samuels used to play for the UConn Huskies. Apparently, there's some allegations on her name that are not pretty. I ain't gonna get into all that, but the girls is calling her R. Shelley, and they still are. So let me just share with you guys a little bit of field goal percentages for Tennessee. They were 30 for 77, or 38.96% accurate when it comes to field goal percentages, okay? They were below 40%, okay, when it comes to their field goal percentages. Now, when it comes to Tennessee's three-point percentage, guys, they were 9 for 33 at 27.3% accuracy. They had so many times and chances. They had ample time and opportunity to get it right and, defeat the Wolfpack. But again, Janiah Barker bricking so many three-point shots. And it's not just her. A lot of the other Lady Volunteers. And it's like, again, if they had Ruby Whitehorn, I don't want to, make her to be the savior, possibly for tonight's game. But it's like they're missing her. They're missing something. They're missing her. They missed Ruby Whitehorn because it didn't make no sense. It wasn't until the fourth and final quarter Janiah Barker finally put up not put up a three, but she scored a 3-pointer where it really mattered, where it counted. Okay, obviously throughout this game the 3-pointers mattered, but in that fourth and final quarter where we really needed it, she finally made the shot along with Mia Pauldo. Okay, I remember Mia Pauldo also made a 3-point shot. Overall, again, this was a very exciting game, very fast-paced. It was aggressive on both sides. Okay, they were not playing with each other defensively and offensively. I did not think that the North Carolina State Wolfpack, I did not know they was going to give it up like that. I did not know they were giving it to the girls like that. I don't really follow that team at all. Again, it's already been I believe this is our second upset. Yesterday, Duke got upset. Now today, the Lady Vols guys have crumbled. They have fallen in their debut game, game 1 of the season, to North Carolina State Wolfpack without Ruby Whitehorn.